Hey guys, Fnaf 22 here with our video, and in today's video, we are finally going to be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie spin-offs I want to see be created. Now, if you guys did not know, in a video I made probably about a month ago, you can go watch it if you want a little bit more information, Blumhouse is interested in making Fnaf movie spin-offs. Now, as you guys should know by now, the Fnaf movie is supposed to have 3 parts. We had the first part last year, we're getting the second movie next year, and then supposedly it's supposed to end on the third movie, aka about Fnaf 3. Well, Blumhouse has said after the third movie, they're interested in making some spin-off series about Fnaf. And in my last video when I talked about Fnaf news, I said I was going to talk about some Fnaf spin-offs I'd love to be seen made. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 Fnaf spin-offs I want to see, as well as some honorable mentions. Alright, let's get started with our honorable mentions, and the first one I have is maybe some old movie scripts. Now, if you guys didn't know, I would say about a year before the first Fnaf movie was even being made, we got to see some old Fnaf movie scripts. There was like 6 or 7 of them Scott showed to us, and I think it'd be kind of cool if some of these old movie scripts were the plots of new TV series. Some ones that would be kind of cool to see are like the plushies take over Manhattan, or there were some ones about teenagers breaking into the pizzeria and getting attacked. I know some of these plot points were kind of used in the actual Fnaf movie, but I still think it'd be kind of cool to see some of these wacky old scripts be used as spin-off series. Another weird but cool honorable mention I have is a animated Fnaf World spin-off series. Now, I highly doubt this would happen just because we know how Scott feels about Fnaf World, but I think like a horror animated TV series could be really cool, kind of like something like Happy Tree Friends, if you've ever seen that. Obviously not as gruesome, but I think it'd be really cool to see Fnaf World in this new limelight, because a lot of Fnaf fans love it. It's just Scott who does not like it himself, but a lot of fans love Fnaf World, and I think it could be cool to see an animated Fnaf spin-off. In my final honorable mention that would be normally in the top 5, but because I don't know much about it, I don't want to put it in there, I have Fnaf books, like Into the Pit, The Silver Eyes, etc. Now, the only reason this is honorable mention is because I haven't read any of the Fnaf books, so I don't have a lot to say about them. But before we get into the actual 5 I chose, let me know in the comments down below some Fnaf books you'd love to see a spin-off series, because I definitely think we will get a Fnaf book as a spin-off series. Like I said, I just don't have much to talk about them because I haven't read any of them. So I just want to say, you know, have you guys decide in the comments what books would be cool spin-off series, and give me your ideas for kind of Fnaf book spin-off series. Now, finally kicking off this list at number 5, we have a Fnaf AR/Fnaf Help Wanted spin-off series. Now, I know this kind of sounds random, but hear me out. We could get a spin-off series that is kind of a mixture of Fnaf AR and Fnaf Help Wanted, where we get the backstory of Vanessa as we see her in the first movie, but we get to learn more lore about her. This could be like a Vanessa self-centered backstory, and we learn more about Fazbear's Entertainment, aka the ones who are sending these animatronics out and making the Help Wanted VR experience, as well as having Glitch Trap appear as the main villain of this spin-off. I think this would be really cool to kind of get more insiders details on Vanessa's life as well as Fazbear Entertainment, and to just see Glitch Trap on live action. I think that'd be super cool, and honestly it just gives more backstory into something we actually don't know a lot about. And if Scott is working on these spin-off series, then they might actually connect to the game, which would help the lore all kind of get all back together. I think it's just a really cool idea, and it gives us more backstory on Vanessa's character. Coming in at number 4, I have a Fredbear's Family Diner spin-off. Now, I think this one would be absolutely sick. We'd get backstories for, you know, a younger Henry and a younger William Afton, as well as having a canon Fredbear and Spring Bonnie character. Now, we obviously saw a form of Spring Bonnie in the first Fnaf movie, as William Afton dressed up as them, but I'd like to see a more slim, younger looking model, as well as a Fredbear model, because we never really get to see Fredbear and stuff. We saw him in UCN, Ultimate Custom Night, but we don't see him much anywhere, so I think a Fredbear's Family Diner spinoff would be really cool to see these characters in live action, as well as possibly a Bite of 83, just depending on, you know, how gory these spinoffs would be. But I feel like this spinoff would only really work if we get flashbacks to Fredbear's Family Diner throughout the second and third movies that are coming up. Just because I really thought we would get some flashbacks in the first movie, which we did, but we didn't get any of Fredbear's Family Diner. So this series would really be jump-started if we get some flashbacks of it in the second movie. Coming in at number 3, and this one might be a little bit controversial, I have Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator, aka Fnaf 6. Now, the only reason I have this on here is just honestly, I think it would be really cool. Obviously, it would have the same story of FNAF 6 revolving mainly around Henry versus William. That's pretty much the main story of FNAF 6, with the scrap animatronics and the whole scrapping mechanic kind of be the side plot of this series. But if we ever do get the FNAF Pizzeria Simulator as a series, it must have the speech. What? Oh, you don't know what speech I'm talking about? You don't know what speech I'm talking about? I'm talking about...
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called.
But honestly, all jokes aside, I think Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator would be better as a movie, but I still want to keep it on this list just because I feel like it has a lot of potential to just be media for the Five Nights at Freddy's in general. I think no matter if it was a series or a movie, it would turn out really good, but I think it would be better made if it was a movie, just because you could have more time compared to multiple episodes. I just think it would work a lot better as a movie. Now, coming in at number 2, these two are the top I want to see as a FNAF spinoff. If we only got 2 FNAF spinoffs, these were the 2 I'd want to see, and the first one being Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, we only have 3 motion pictures agreed on by the FNAF cast, which means they'll be based off FNAF 1, FNAF 2, and FNAF 3. So why not, after the FNAF 3 movie is done, our first spin-off be about Five Nights at Freddy's 4, since it doesn't look like we're going to get a FNAF 4 movie, even though it'd be really cool. But obviously this would just have more backstory for the Afton family, mainly about the crying child, you know, the main character you play in FNAF 4, and his older brother, aka the one who causes the most trauma for the main character in FNAF 4. Obviously, this would be a very serious series because, you know, it talks mainly about just the struggles the crying child go through and the struggles of the Afton family, but I think this would also have to be a very scary spin-off series just because, to this day, the FNAF 4 animatronics are some of the scariest ones in the entire franchise, so I just think this would have to be a very serious story as well as a very scary one, and I think it should all end with the bite, you know, that crunches the crying child's face. But this would all lead into my number 1 pick. And my number 1 pick being the Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location spinoff. Ever since they talked about doing FNAF spinoffs, everybody's only brought up Sister Location, and I understand why. Sister Location's gameplay is very spread out to kind of look like its own little series with multiple episodes, so it would make sense why this one would work the best as a on-running TV series. Now, like I said, I think we should get 2 of them, and right after the 3rd movie, get the FNAF 4 spinoff, and then right after that, get a FNAF Sister Location spinoff, which tells the story of Michael, aka the crying child's older brother, working at the Sister Location. And each night, like I said, could be a different episode, having all the different things. You know, we have the breaker room with Funtime Freddy, you know, we have the scooping room and everything. I think it would just be a really cool series to have each night kind of be like a new episode. And also having more lore about the Afton family, which is one of the main things I love to see in the FNAF universe, is lore about the Afton family. So I'd love to see that brought to life in the movies as well as spin-offs. And I think it'd be really cool to go from one spin-off to another spin-off where they actually all connect and also all tie up loose ends from the actual video games. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you will always be notified for when I drop another video. And let me know in the comments down below, what FNAF spin-offs would you like to see, as well as let me know in the comments down below what books should get a spin-off, just because I don't know a lot about the books, but I definitely think some of them should get spin-offs just because that'd be really cool. Maybe it's like an anthology thing, kind of like scary stories to tell in the dark, but with the FNAF books, that might be kind of cool to see. Anyways, guys, just let me know what you think of all these ideas, and of course, give me your ideas in the comments. And before I let you guys go, real quick, my goal by the end of 2024 is to become a YouTube partner, aka hit 1,000 subscribers. And to complete this goal, I need you. Yes, you. I know this is starting to sound like a presidential election, but on a serious note, becoming a YouTuber has been a dream of mine ever since I was little, and Obviously, subscribing is completely free if you enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's, Mortal Kombat, Fortnite content. That's what we make here all on the channel. I'd love to have you guys join along on this journey and help us reach our goal and become a big community that just likes to enjoy talking about the things we do. You know, Fnaf, Fortnite, Mortal Kombat, plushies, whatever that may be. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces!